Wilfred Charand, Oopie Ming. 1st June 1972, 11th September 1994. Oopie was born and bred in St. George's, Bermuda. As a child, he attended Francis Patton Primary School and the Berkeley Institute. He had one sister, Shireen. From an early age, it was clear he was a person of many talents. A strong runner who grew to 6 feet tall, Oopie was also a gifted artist, a poet, and eventually a songwriter. A couple of his pieces are housed in the Masterworks collection, lasting evidence of a creative spirit whose work continues to speak even after his passing. Everything with Oopie had to be perfect. He was extremely neat. Whether it was his personal appearance, the way he kept his living space, or the candy apple red bike he took great pride in, everything was spick and span. He grew up first on Wellington Slip Road, later moving to Cut Road as a teenager. Family was central to Oopie's world. He had a deep bond with his grandfather, a chef, and often visited his relatives. He and his sister both inherited their grandfather's love for cooking. He also adored music and dancing and had a sharp sense of fashion. His outfits were described by friends as outrageous, fly, trendy, and fashionable. Though he didn't sew like Shireen, he designed and wore his own bold creations with flair. After graduating from Berkeley, Oopie was fortunate enough to attend art school in Atlanta. He dreamed of returning to the U.S. to further his studies and was due to start school in New York just 2 weeks before his life was taken. Oopie was a natural performer. He loved to sing, grab a microphone, and go studio, although he never had the chance to record much. His songs, like his poetry, were packed with meaning. He also enjoyed being in the spotlight for art classes, often posing with an elegance that set him apart. Not flamboyant, but charismatic and captivating. Oopie's confidence was unmistakable. He had high self-esteem and high self-motivation. He was easy to get along with, consistently pleasant and always smiling. He would rarely get upset unless someone tried to steal his joy, something he valued and protected. He had no patience for those who tried to shame or belittle others. He'd call out that behavior immediately. He was comfortable in himself and didn't care what others thought. He wrote love letters and sprayed them with cologne. He enjoyed being wined and dined, entertaining and being entertained. He lived life exactly as he wanted, freely, joyfully, and unapologetically. Oopie was gay, and while he accepted and embraced that truth, it made others, especially some young men, deeply uncomfortable. On the day he died, he had been harassed for his sexuality. The encounter escalated into a physical altercation in which Oopie, defending himself, came out on top. Witnesses teased the other man, asking how he could lose to a homosexual. Humiliated, the man, Winston Burgess, waited for Oopie. Later that night at the Paradise Lounge nightclub, when Oopie stepped outside and began descending the stairs, Burgess ambushed him and stabbed him twice in the heart. Oopie died instantly. Though charged with premeditated murder, Burgess was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to just 8 years in prison. He was released after serving only 312 years in 1998. As one of his friends said, he died fighting for what he stood for. He defended his beliefs and self-worth right to the very end. And this is the only way I can accept and comprehend the way in which Oopie died. Oopie once wrote, "In the beginning there was darkness, and from forth the veil of ebony there was ivory. As the road of life is laid before you, remember that which creates your goal, your place in the hemisphere of life. Each footstep taken concludes with a chapter in reality. Keep on moving, don't stop. For to be in a standstill is to live caged from the extremities which enhance your footprint. The face of past and present decides the future. What is destiny? Her essence of footprints is a collage of stages, each perfectly harmonized. When one befalls tragedy and lags, the other carries on to reality and steadily continues the imprint of humanity. Harmony. Although Oopie was befallen by tragedy, his memory continues through those who carry on his fight for self-worth, dignity, and love. We remember him not only for the way he died, but more importantly for the bold, joyful, beautiful way he lived.